Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to cook dumplings 3 ways, and the reason that I'm showing you this is these are my own handmade dumplings and I'm going to potentially start selling them if you're interested. So just like an introduction of how you're going to cook it. So I'm going to sell them frozen because that's the easiest way to keep them fresh, so you can keep these in your freezer. I've got 3 types today that I made, so the green ones are the veggie ones. I've got just regular pork, and then these ones are pork with kimchi. So the first one I'm going to show you is probably one of the more traditional ways. I'm going to steam it. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a wok, and you're going to have the water boiling, and put one of these bamboo steamers in. So these are pretty cheap, you can get them from any Chinese shop. And the reason we use these steamers is because actually the bamboo absorbs the steam and doesn't condensate, so then it doesn't drip back down onto our dumplings. So I've just got that boiling. Now, to make sure that the dumplings don't stick onto the bamboo, I've got some baking paper. So this is just a square sheet, okay, that I folded. Now we've got to try and fit this into our circle. So here's a little trick. Just get a pair of scissors, okay, go from the middle, cut that bit off, and then from where our fold mark is, we'll just make a couple of holes so that the steam can pass through. Then we can open it up. There you go, and then fit it in. So once the water's boiling, I'm just going to put 3 in because then I'll show you 2 other ways that we can do this. So let's do 1 of each. And then you leave that there for about, say, 10 to 15 minutes, but you'll be able to see that the kind of dough has gone a little bit clearer, and then that's when it'll be ready. So we'll put that aside. I'll switch it over to this one. Alright, our second method is I'm going to pan fry it. So I've got a pan there onto the flame. Move these things out the way. So I'll put some oil in. And then I'll put a little bit of sesame oil just for a little bit of flavour. Now it's important that you have boiled water ready for this before we start cooking, because everything needs to go in at once. And very important, whatever pan you use, you need to make sure you have a lid that fits. Okay, this is all part of it to make sure all our filling inside is cooked properly. So once the water's hot, the oil's hot, we'll put our dumplings in, so 1 of each again. So make sure the flame's on high. Just let the bottom crisp up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we grab the lid, grab our kettle. Now be careful of this bit because the water will splash up from the oil. Fill it about halfway with the dumplings and close the lid. Okay, so that's going to start the steaming process. So we're not going to burn the bottom, but the inside's going to be cooked. Okay, so we'll just leave that onto this one here. So the last method we're going to do is we're just going to straight boil it. So water into a little pot. So depending on how many dumplings you want to do, don't put too many in at once. Okay, so water in there, wait till it's boiling. Okay, so if you want, you can salt the water a little bit, but that's not really necessary because you'll probably have it with dip the dumpling in the sauce. And the way I've made it is there's already enough seasoning inside. So once it's about boiling, we can drop them in. and then we just let them boil for a bit. So I'll swap these back over because the pan fried ones is the one we need the most attention to. Steaming and the boiling, we just leave them, that's fine. So with the pan fried ones, make sure you got a spatula ready. And the other thing is make sure your pan has a non-stick coating. Okay, so that's gonna make sure it has a crisp bottom. So if it's frozen, the dumplings, we might put 2 lots of the boiling water in to make sure that the filling inside is cooked properly. You can see that most of the water's gone, so then we can take the lid out. That means it's been steamed. Now, use a spatula. Make sure it's not stuck down the bottom. Good. And then we just leave it there. Okay, we want a crisp bottom at the bottom of these dumplings. So we want a little bit of caramelization at the bottom. Okay. So I'll switch these over here. These are pretty much done. If you're thinking about the time it took to steam to cook the inside of those dumplings, these ones will be done. So I'll turn this off. Okay. So these ones will be done. I'll just get them out. Now that means that steam ones will be done as well, so turn that off. So they're nice and cooked. So we'll take these off as well. And then lastly, we've got our pan fried ones. Place that. So making sure the bottom's not stuck. Then I'll show you the bottom. See, they're nice and caramelized. So these will be done. Take these off. So there you got your dumplings there. And then I normally use, you can get this at the Chinese shop, and I think they even sell this at Woolies or Coles. There's a hot, well I like hot, I think you can get ones that are mild. It's a dumpling sauce. You can also make your own, so it's just easier. So have it with the dumpling sauce. And yeah, there's your dumplings. So you can see that's the pan fried ones. I like these a lot. So because you're steaming it, the inside's cooked nice and well. And then you've got your boiled ones and also your steamed ones here, okay? So if you're interested in doing this yourself, just send me a message on Instagram if you want to try some of my dumplings. I can do delivery depending on where you are, but just send me a message and you can cook these yourself at home. So yeah, let's see how we go.